So you're thinking about making a move here to Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, and you're wanting to know more about just what is it like to live here in Murrells Inlet. You're wanting to know the proximity to area beaches and of course the points of interest like the beautiful marsh walk right here in the inlet. Well, you're in luck because today we're going to be walking, talking. I'm going to be showing you around Murrells Inlet. And of course, we're going to go through several different neighborhoods throughout the Murrells Inlet area, each at different price points. And I'm going to give you a feel of the size of homes, the style of homes, and of course, all the amenity offerings for each neighborhood. So if that's the information that you're looking for, well, you're in luck. You're going to want to stick around because we're going to be getting after it right now. Hey YouTube family, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeff Bueller with Living in Myrtle Beach. Now, if this is your first time to this channel and you're wanting to learn everything there is to know about living, working, playing, and the real estate market here at the beach, well, you've come to the right place. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, tap the little bell, give me a thumbs up. This way you'll be notified on all things living in Myrtle Beach and, well, Murrells Inlet. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm getting calls from folks just like you every single day who were successfully helping make their move here to the beach, and I absolutely love it. So if you too are wanting to make a smooth move here to the beach, whether it's in 9 days, 90 days, or the next 9 months from now, it's never too early for us to start the conversation. Simply give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Best yet, schedule that Zoom call. You know that I'd love to meet you. Okay, so let's talk about the inlet. Let's start with some of the basics. So Murrells Inlet sits on the southern border of Horry County and Georgetown County. As a matter of fact, Murrells Inlet lies within both counties. So depending upon where you live, you could either be within Horry County or Georgetown County. And well, the differences are really going to be quite minuscule depending upon which county that you live in. Now, of course, Horry County does have the largest population and is the largest county within the state of South Carolina. As a matter of fact, the population difference between Horry and Georgetown County is by about 300,000 residents. So there's certainly a difference there. Though, if we look at taxes for Horry County in comparison to Georgetown County, you can expect to pay up to about $200 more per year in Georgetown versus Horry County. An example would be a $500,000 home in Horry versus Georgetown. You're looking at a difference of about $2,200 a year versus about $2,400 annually in Georgetown County. Now, of course, you see the inlet here behind me, which ultimately separates us from Garden City Beach. There's no question that the inlet is a fisherman and waterman's paradise and playground. It is all brackish and littered with oyster beds. So fishermen love this area. As a matter of fact, there are many fishing fleets all throughout here. And of course, you're getting the freshest and finest seafood here in Murrells Inlet. We are actually the seafood capital of South Carolina. And when we look at all these restaurants behind me here, there's no question you're getting some of the best dining experiences that our entire area has to offer. From very casual to fine dining to tiki bars with live music on any given weekend, there's always something happening here in the inlet. Now, the inlet does ultimately make its way. It's a tidal inlet that flows in and out of the Pointe and Garden City Beach out into the Atlantic Ocean as well. We are just about 30 miles to the Myrtle Beach International Airport. So, of course, that's enough of me talking. Why don't we go ahead? We're going to explore some more of the marsh walk and take a look to see just what it's all about. Okay, we are now here at our first stop of homes of the neighborhood of Creekside Cottages. And you're gonna see these are some pretty impressive homes here throughout this neighborhood. The best part of all is we are literally just a walking distance and of course a very short golf cart ride to the main strip of Murrells Inlet. We're just a stone throw to the marsh walk. So you are certainly right in the heart of things living here in Creekside Cottages. You can see, of course, you do have some very impressive homes here throughout the neighborhood. They're all going to have that raised beach style to them, meaning like this home here, you can see you have the garages all on the bottom level and then the homes built or raised on top of that. So you will find that the average for these homes are going to be about 3,000 heated square feet. And then when we include that bottom level, that's going to give you about an additional 1,000 square feet. So you'll have about 4,000 total square footage to these homes. Of course, that gives you plenty of room to maybe park your boat, a couple cars, and that golf cart that you're going to want to take down to the inlet. The home prices here on average are right at $800,000, pretty consistent, and there are a couple homes currently available for sale, all right within that price point, plus or minus about $20,000. You do have a small HOA of $130 a month, which includes your community swimming pool. It's a small swimming pool, but certainly will allow you to cool off. And then of course that HOA is also going to include the common maintenance for the neighborhood, the street lights, and those sort of things. So you can see here's the entrance to the neighborhood. You'll probably start to hear some of the traffic right there for downtown Murrells Inlet. So why don't we go ahead, we're gonna cruise through the neighborhood and get an even closer look. Okay, we are now in our next community of Hammock Pointe. Hammock Pointe is a small enclave of a neighborhood. And of course, we're still right here in the heart of Murrells Inlet. We're just within 2 miles to the Marsh Walk. On this side of the homes here is where we're gonna have Business 17 taking us to the Marsh Walk area. And then on the homes on this side, opposite is going to be Bypass 17. So we're essentially kind of right where Business and Bypass intersect on the far south end of the kind of the downtown Murrells Inlet area. You're going to find that these homes too are all those raised beach style homes, and of course they have those bright beachy colors, kind of a Key West color, very much like that home there with the bright blue and then the pink plantation shutters. What do you think about that? I actually kind of like it. I think it sets the tone and the mood for the area that we're in, right? It's all kind of about that parrot head kind of lifestyle. So the homes throughout here, what you're going to find, again, being a raised beach, the bottom level is going to consist primarily of the garage level space. So you're going to get about a total square footage of 2,200 square feet. And then heated, you're going to find these to be right about 1,700 heated square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. So a little bit smaller than the first neighborhood that we looked at. And of course, then that means that our price point for these homes is going to be right at $500,000. So you're certainly going to get some great homes here, all very close to the inlet, and has a nice kind of small neighborhood feel. You can see it's quite quiet, but of course we've got all the palm trees. They're all very well maintained and manicured. Now, you're not going to have any lavish amenities here with that though. No swimming pool, but a lot of these homes do have their own pools, of course, in the backyard. So you'll have an HOA of right at $75 a month, and that's really just going to include maybe any of the common maintenance and well, there's a couple street lights, so it would include the street lights there as well. So let's keep on moving on. Of course, we'll drive through, get a little bit closer look, and then we'll go check out our next stop. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed the first two communities that we've gone through, and of course the Marsh Walk in Murrells Inlet. If so, be sure to give me that thumbs up. Let me know that you're enjoying the video so far. Now, if you're looking to maybe downsize into something a little bit smaller, well, I've got the perfect community for you, and that's right here in Park West. Now, we're still just within 3 miles of the Marsh Walk and the downtown area of Murrells Inlet. And of course, you've got a ton of conveniences as far as your grocery stores and additional restaurants all nearby. So Park West is going to feature several different types of properties for you. You can see the properties that are all around me right now are going to be the patio style homes. They're all single level and will either feature a full 1-car or side-facing 2-car garage to them, and you're going to find the size of these homes to be right around 1,430 heated square feet. And then of course, many of them are also going to have those screened porches on the back of them, and some of them have been fully enclosed to give you that heated Carolina room to them as well. The price points for those homes being a 3-bedroom, full 3-bath is going to be right around $325,000. You'll also have the option of 2-story townhomes. And of course, we'll drive through the neighborhood so that you can get a closer look at those as well. So you'll have 2 options there. You'll either have a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath with no garage to them, and they're going to be just shy of 1,200 heated square feet with a price point circling right around $245,000. Or if you need something a little bit larger, you can find a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath closer to 1,400 heated square feet, and you will have that 1-car garage to them, and the price point for those is right at $300,000. Now you do have an HOA here in Park West, and kind of depending upon the section, the style of property you have, those are going to range anywhere from $245 a month up to $340 a month. And of course that includes all the common maintenance, the street lights, and you do have a rather large community swimming pool as well. So I still have one more very large master plan community that we're going to go take a sneak peek at, and then we're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk a little bit about the market. Of course, that is a hot button right now. Everyone's wanting to know the direction of pricing. Are we in a buyer's market? Still in a seller's market? Are we going up, down, left, right, or sideways? And well, we'll talk about all that as well. So stick with me. But for now, let's go ahead. We'll cruise through the neighborhood and take a closer look. You know, I often get asked, Jeff, if you were to move anywhere throughout the Grand Strand again, just where would that be? And well, there's no question I would likely have to place Prince Creek within at least the top 3 on my list. Right now, I am in the park for the master plan community of Prince Creek, where there are hiking trails, nature trails, bike trails all throughout here. You've got tennis courts, a swimming pool, a pavilion, basketball courts, everything you need here for the master plan community. Of course, each of the neighborhoods are going to have their own amenities as well. There are 20 plus single family home neighborhoods and half a dozen plus condo townhome communities here throughout Prince Creek. And it's going to offer you a range of options from $1 million luxury estates directly on the Intercoastal Waterway to golf course home sites lining the TPC golf course, gated communities. You have the Seasons 55 plus active adult community and everything in between. Now, the median sales price throughout Prince Creek for single family homes is going to be between $550,000 to $600,000. And then for the condo townhomes, you're going to find the median sales price between $300,000 to $400,000. Now, of course, I can't show you all of Prince Creek in this video. So if you haven't already, this is going to be a great time for you to go ahead, hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell. This way you'll be notified as I release my full vlog tour just on Prince Creek alone, where we'll take a more in-depth look at the neighborhoods and the offerings here throughout Prince Creek. But for now, let's go ahead. We're going to roll on. We're going to take a little bit of a sneak peek at Prince Creek. We'll take a drive through the community here, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. We're going to talk just a little bit about the market. Obviously, that is a hot button question right now. What is the direction of the market? So let's go cruise through the neighborhood, and then we'll wrap it up with a quick market update. So there's no question that Murrells Inlet is full of some spectacular homes and amazing neighborhoods. And you know, of course, the big question that we're getting right now, the hot button, is what is the direction of the market? And you know, I always like to say that the greater Myrtle Beach area really makes up of several different micro markets. So whether we're looking from here in Murrells Inlet on the south end or on the north end in Little River to everywhere in between west of the waterway into Conway, each area is going to have kind of its own unique position as far as what's happening in the market. And then of course we also want to keep in mind that we do have secondary markets. We have the oceanfront condos, the secondary resident type properties, investment properties, and then the overall primary market. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to share with you some numbers as far as what's happening here in Murrells Inlet so that really you can decide, you can determine, are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market as we have been for many years? Or are we maybe somewhere in between? Are values going up? Are they going down? Are they going sideways, left and right? So let's just take a quick look at some of the quantitative data that we have. And all this information comes directly from our local board of realtors, the Coastal Carolina Association of Realtors. And I'll post the information in the link below so that you can take a closer look at it. So let's look at the single family market for Murrells Inlet. So if we look at year to year from January 1st, 2021 to October, and then of course January of this year, 2022 to now, we are in actually November, but we have up until the October number. So we'll take a look at that. And what we can see is we first look at the amount of inventory that's coming on the market, right? Because it really comes down to supply and demand. And that's what has driven our market for so many years, is that the demand has been significantly outpacing supply levels, right? There's just been more buyers than there are been homes available for sale. And we can see right now, year over year. So in 2021, this time last year, there were 1,152 new properties that had come on the market within that 10-month time frame. That is actually down by 14.9% to only 980 new homes have come on the market within that same time period. So that's a difference of 172 less homes on the market. So inventory wise, we can see it is actually still declining year over year. When we looked at closed sales, well, there have been a difference of 214 less home sales, which equates to 20% less home sales, from 1,055 homes sold to only 841 homes sold. So of course that would make sense. If there are less properties on the market, well, there are going to be less actual transactions taking place. Now here's where it really gets the most interesting, because I think so many people have been saying, Jeff, I think we're going to wait until home values start to depreciate. We feel that they're going to decline. Well, the numbers tell us that for 2021 year to date, the average sales price, or I'm sorry, the median sales price was $338,180. Fast forward to 2022, that is at a whopping $426,885. So that's a 26.2% increase, or $88,000 more in value, in equity, from this time last year to 2022. So we can see that actually the value of homes continue on this upward trajectory. Now, as I look at values of the market as a whole through the year, well, we can really see that it was at about August where we started to notice a slight dip in the market. We had our first slight downturn, but then what happened come September? We saw a slight tick up, and then we saw a slight tick down into October as well. So it really, there have been no significant gains or losses month over month the past several months. It's really been quite flat. The difference is that we're seeing is, well, from a demand standpoint, yes, buyer demand has decreased. The days of being able to, as a seller, put your home on the market and simply whisper that your home was going to be for sale and have 20 plus offers within 24 hours really is very rare to almost non-existent now. Though we are still seeing properties that are selling within a 2 to 3 week or 30-day time frame, which was actually quite consistent of what we saw kind of pre-housing boom, pre-pandemic, whatever you want to call it. So I hope that this information helps you. And again, I'll provide a link so that you can study these more in depth, kind of come to your own conclusion on the direction of the market. Of course, each person's, your specific needs and wants are going to be different from maybe someone else. So make sure that you reach out to me. We can dive into your specific needs, what you're looking for. Again, we have micro markets within our market, so we can really dive into a specific area, a specific neighborhood to see what's happening and does it make sense for you. And well, until next time, I look forward to seeing you at the beach.